And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018 from Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
White's numbers from a week ago. 21 carries, 84 yards.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that takes us from second to third down. You talk about this Washington defense. They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window. Because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the #1 overall offense in the league.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They go play action. Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
And again, it's Mayfield. Now, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Yeah, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. So out comes the Washington offense as they get their first shot. As we take a peek at their versatile quarterback, the Hawaii native and former Oregon Duck, Marcus Mariota.
And normally in this spot we talk about passing numbers from last week, but this time it's all about the rushing. 3 times he found the end zone in his last ball game. He is a do-everything quarterback, and you have to expect we'll see him call his own number here as well.
That's to about the 28. To throw is Mariota. That is incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
On third down, Mariota. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Slot man moves right. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. 2 yards still to go. Third down now. They'll try and pick it up by running the action to the right. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Throwing, Mariota. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. The numbers for McLaurin a week ago, well up over 100 yards, and one of those catches found his way into the end zone.
I do think he'll be hard-pressed to duplicate those numbers this week, though, because he's gotten their attention, so they will double him on every snap at a minimum. In some cases, they'll triple him.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help. And
they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
After that play, we're going to get a pause here, an injured player, and that's the tight end, Zach Ertz, in some discomfort. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. They go play action. Mariota. This to McLaurin out on the left side. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Now 2nd and 5. Now Mariota. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. The safety Antoine Winfield got in there that time. 3rd down and 10. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And that is incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. Now McManus will line up for the field goal. From the left hash, this from 46. The kick by McManus is good. And the Commanders get out to a 3-0 lead. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. A first down throw for Mayfield. A quick throw there is incomplete. Now this defense for the Commanders is much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. And that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On second down, they'll run with White. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. To throw, Mayfield. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 43. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down. From Commanders territory now, it's first and 10 at the 43. They run the draw play. This is White. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Here's Mayfield. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. Here's Jake Camarda now. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start first and 10. They'll start by running the option to the right. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a second down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. And that'll go for a gain of 18 on the keeper. First down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Off the play fake, Mariota. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The big Vita Vea pushing his way through to wind up with a sack. He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away.
This is a diving effort by Evans. What a catch. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
I know retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay,
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissues. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down. Opting to run again here with White. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll go up the middle with White. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. They'll come up now 3rd and 9.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much. And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Commanders' offense returning to the field. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. And they'll begin by running the option. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Mariota. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And 3rd and 8 now. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Play fake. Mariota keeps himself up, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Yaya Diaby, he's the one who got in there. He gets the sack. Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So out come the Bucs now. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts. Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way? And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
First down, here's White. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. They stay on the ground with White. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun. Mayfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Fourth down, so Jake Camarda is out there. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. So here is Washington now to take over. They've got the lead right now. You remember last week they defeated the Carolina Panthers here. Good momentum. They begin the drive with Robinson. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Give to Robinson on the option. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and they will take over 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. The Bucs on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. Oh, he shifts past him. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. 44 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Now Mayfield lost the football, and it's Washington that scoops it up. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, it pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about creating turnovers. That's all they preach, all game long, all practice long, every meeting. Get the football. That's what they want.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
With that kind of run on 1st down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
Mariota now on 2nd down. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. Here's Mariota, option left. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Okay, right?
Handoff now to Robinson. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. 3rd down and 1. Here's Mariota. Escaping the pressure right. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Marcus Mariota. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
He didn't originally want to run, but he didn't see anything in the passing game, so he scrambled And wouldn't you know it, he scores a touchdown anyway. It's awfully nice to have a quarterback who can make things happen with his legs.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Offense heading back out, and with them comes Rachaad White. And no doubt he's come out of the gate strong, only in week 3, and you see the numbers thus far.
And we always talk about identity, setting a tone, you know, getting the groundwork laid for the season or for a game. And that's what they've done with the running game so far. It reminds me of when I first went to the University of Tennessee. And believe it or not, I was a quarterback for a day and a half. And the first practice session, the first play we ran was 28 pitch, which is a toss sweep. And I remember the offense coordinator saying, that's our identity, that's our bread and butter, that's the basis of our offense. We got to get that down right here, right now. And I think we're seeing some of that in this running game here.
So did you not get that down, and that's why you were moved to the defense, or what?
I don't know for that reason, but I do know I saw a couple of guys throw, and immediately they were saying, you know, you need to learn how to backpedal.
Hey, you turned into a heck of a DB, though, partner. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Baker going to try and run with it. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first. Mayfield. That's complete to his receiver, Galvin. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mayfield on play action. This is caught by Evans. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's White. And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. Again, this is White. And this time he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And the Washington offense heading out. They'll start by running the option to the right. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Even though he recovered his own fumble, you know how much he hates to put the ball on the ground. He's going to be frustrated with himself.
And what do you think the time frame was from the time the ball escaped his grasp to him getting it back? It didn't take that long, right?
Right.
To him, it probably felt like hours because he's agonizing, like, I've got to get this football back. Able to get it done.
The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down.
Here we go.
Mariota. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll try to throw now. Mariota. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. To throw is Mariota. This pass hauled in by Dotson. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down. So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Mariota going to run the option right. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier. And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
The kick by McManus is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game and you look at the backgrounds of these kickers? It's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll start here with a handoff to White. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The offense on 3rd down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
The Jake Camarda sent on now to punt this away. This is fielded at the 27. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Mariota to throw it. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. From the gun, Mariota. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. First down, Mayfield. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. It's the former number 4 overall pick, Cleveland Ferrell, that got in there to bring him down. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. On 3rd down, a run from White. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. One final possession for the Commanders in this opening half. And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range.
You do that if you have trust. And this should be a position now where the great ones, they relish this opportunity to try and put points on the board.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Commanders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
McManus's point after is good, and the lead now stands at 13. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. One more drive here for the Buccaneer offense in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Mayfield. He finds his target. It's Evans. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Final play of the half, Mayfield. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And incomplete on the deep ball. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. And that one closing in on halftime with the Cowboys out on top. C.D. Lamb with a touchdown catch from Dak Prescott. From there, we head to Foxborough to check on the Patriots at home at Gillette Stadium. And they have the lead over the visiting New York Jets. Juju Smith-Schuster, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. And that one all tied. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Here come the Commanders for the first possession of the third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Now an option play on second down. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Mariota now. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
On 3rd down, Mariota. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. A 1st down throw for Mayfield. Now that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
They run straight ahead here with White. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career. That draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they called Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
Going right side is White. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play? Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. From the gun, Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Mayfield with it once more. He completes this to Russell Gage. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 27-yard line. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And his throw here's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Mayfield looks to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up fourth down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
And his kick is indeed good, and that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here we go on the next drive for Washington. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. Shifts by him. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time.
Marcus Mariota, nobody's going to catch him. Touchdown, Washington. Marcus Mariota with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Commanders had 6 to their lead. Well, Charles, he's already proven that he's not afraid to tuck that football down on the option, and he's into the end zone for the 2nd time in the game.
And that's exactly what you need from your quarterback. The ability to run the ball fearlessly. And in fact, many quarterbacks will tell you running the football doesn't scare them. Standing in the pocket and taking blindside hits, that's what terrifies them.
Now McManus for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And a long run there in the end to top it off. And able to get this out to the 25. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Here's Mayfield. He completes it to Evans. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 45-yard line. To throw, Mayfield. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
On second down, Mayfield again. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Mayfield to throw it. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And the Commanders are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. He'll get this to about the 38.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 3rd and 8. Here's Mariota. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
Robinson on a give right side. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 49 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they've run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. The kick by McManus is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
Back now in Tampa. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. This is White on the screen. Shoves him aside. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
They run the draw play. This is White.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
This is caught by Evans. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
They go play action. Mayfield. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Mike Evans. His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Bucs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13.
Noah Igbenogany from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here comes the Commanders' offense back onto the field.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
61 yards rushing for him now to this point. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3.
Mariota.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
So a change of possession here on the punt.
Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10
at the 31-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Mayfield. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Mayfield now. And that's incomplete.
Well, if you're going to give out a little applause on that play, it has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. They'll start with the option.
Marcus Mariota, nobody's going to catch him.
How about this? Racing to the end zone.
Touchdown, Washington. Marcus Mariota, 83 yards.
And the Commanders are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Mike Evans and the rest of the offensive unit heading back out there now. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, Mayfield.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Mayfield.
Looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down. Throwing, Mayfield.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 37.
Now Mayfield.
The throw out wide going to be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now Mayfield. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down.